All right, we are back. It is time, gentlemen, for another edition of Roulette Riot, where we have a riot playing roulette for fun and profit. It's always more fun when you profit. You profit by winning, and that's what we're going to show you how to do. I'm going to set up this scenario in order to create, as you see here, we have a session win of 0. I'm going to set up a scenario here. Going in for as much as I can. Try to create a 2,000 session win, and then we're going to go off of that. All right, there we go. Lucky number 17 black. My favorite. We're just going to rebet that again, placing 3 on first 12, 3,000 on third 12, 1,000 each on these two corner bets. $8,000 total. You could also call that 80. You could do this 800. It doesn't matter. Whatever, as long as the ratios of 3 on first, 3 on 12, and then those corner bets. The Romanowski. And there's our 2,000. So we're going to operate off of this 2,000. And we're going to move this comma over. See that comma there? It says makes that 2,000. We're going to move that over to, we're going to put it right here as a decimal point and call it $20. So this is going to be a low roller strategy for $20. And we're going to start with, we're going to pretend that this 10, we're going to say that's a dime. 10-cent piece. We're going to try to win $1 with this strategy. And we're right, and we're set up for it with the 17 black and the 11 black. We're going to place a 10 on black. One dime. Working with a $20 bankroll. Session win. If we go below that, we're out. We're done. There's a winner right away. 2 black. We're going to stay there on black. Now I'll show you what to do on the losses here as we experience those along the way, which you always will. And remember, rule number 1 in roulette, get in, get up, and get out. There's another black, 33 black. I never like to bet against the streak. Just ride the streak as far as it'll take you. And streaks will occur. I see them all the time. Patterns do occur in roulette, and that's what we're going to take advantage of today in today's strategy. We're going to stay on black one more and double up to 20, but don't worry, this isn't only a martingale doubling up strategy. There's a little bit more to it than that. All right, now we see 2 reds have appeared. We've done 2 on black. We rode the streak. We did 2 over there. Lost twice. Now we're going to move over here. And the idea is that you never see 2 black, 2 red, 2 black, 2 red. The pattern will break. So we're going to double up again. We're going to go to 40 because we see 2 black and you see 2 red. What I'm saying is the pattern will break. Oh, there's a black. No problem, no problem. This might be the one time you see it. I don't want to say never, but it's rare. Just double up again for stay on the same color for 2, and then that loses, go to the next color for 2. The safe way to mark the game. And there you have it, 32 red, and that's a win at it. Now, because we don't have 2 in a row, we've got a black 22 and a red 32. We're just going to spin without it. We're just going to sit this one out. So far, we're up 30. We're going to try to get 10 net wins out of this to bring us up to 2,100. So now that we've seen 2 reds appear in a row, we're going to reset and we're going to stay on red, riding the streak as far as it'll take. $13 black. That's all right. We're going to stay on red for 1 more. You stay on the color for 2. So that way when the pattern breaks, you're there to catch it. And there's 13 black. So now here you see 2 and 2, and that 13 black hit twice. So now we're going to go ahead and move over to black, doubling up again to 40. We're going to stay here for 2. And there we got it, 31 black. And now we're going to go back down to a dime and ride the streak as far as it'll take us. The reason why I like playing it this way, where I set the, this is another way to play off the casino money. I could bet as much as I possibly could on the Romanowski, 1 to 20, and now I'm switching over to dimes. I mean, scale that up or down depending on whatever bankroll you're using. I like this because here in Las Vegas, where I live, at the Strat, you can actually play. You can play this strategy on a 10-cent machine, on a 10-cent roulette machine. Pretty cool. All right, so I stopped my trap there. We lost 10. We're going to stay on black for 20. Here we go. We got it. Now again, as you see, 12 and a 15. That's a red and a black. So that's not 2 in a row. We want to avoid 2 of the upfront losses by allowing those to occur first and then jumping in. All right, there's a 35 black. So there's 2 blacks in a row. Let's bet on black. Let's ride the streak. Recover if it loses using the 2-2-2 method. There's a 4. Let's ride the streak. Now, if you're using one of those machines, you can't sit out bet. It'll only spin if you put a bet in. But on the other machines, where the ball, it just keeps going and going and going. It goes whether people are placing bets or not. If there's any players or not. You can do that there, but of course the buy-in is higher. So there's another way to do this strategy. All right, let's go 2 on black. Since that lost, we'll stay here for 1 more. Using the 2-2-2 theory to recover, and there we have it. Thank you very much. We've got to be close to our goal already. 20-80. All right, we got 2 more wins. I'm going to sit this one out, and then I'm going to add another layer here to show you and test it with my idea on how to bet with the spin on the electronic machine. Oh, needed to be there. That's fine. I made a mistake, and I would have won. All right, so we're just going to sit this out until we hit our goal here, and then when we hit our goal, I'm going to go and do another session and show you how to do this with using having to spin. If you have to spin, if you cannot sit out spins, we'll see how it works. It's just an idea that I'll test it here first. And it's going back and forth right now, so we're not placing any bets. We're just sitting out these spins until we get another 2 in a row of the same color. What do we got? There's 2 black. All right. We're going to put 10 on black and let her go. We need 2 more wins to get to our goal of 21. There's a 27 red, no problem. We're going to double up on black. The pattern will break. Got to watch out for those greens. That's what'll mess you up. And there's a 31 black, and now we are 1 win away from our. Double check that. We are now 1 win away from our target. We got a red and followed up by a black. That's 1 and 1. We're looking for 2 in a row of the same color. Sit out the spin with that first bet. There's a 13 black. And put a dime on that. No more bet. $21 red, no problem. We're going to stay here for 2. So that way we'll be there when the pattern breaks. No more bet. Recover our loss in the meantime. All right, so here you see it. 2 and 2. Now, I've seen it go 3, but I've never seen it go more than that. Maybe. I actually have, yeah. It's not never, but it's so rare. It's so rare. All right. You do have to watch out for those greens. Here we go. And that's why I like to set the target at 10 net wins. Take advantage of the pattern while it's happening for you. And there you have it. And there we are. 21, 10 net wins. That was our goal. Now, as we see, red is streaking. So let's just go ahead and ride the streak as far as it'll take us. All right, there we go. Now we're on the casino's money. And even if this one loses, we cash out at that point, go home with our target. Declare victory over the casino. 21-10, even if this loses, that we'll all be done. We'll start the next. All right, it does. So there's 21. We're going to pocket that, and we're going to move into session number 2, where we don't sit out spins by betting. We just sit out spins on the 2-2-2 recovery, or entering into it. This is a theory, just something I'm going to test. We got 21 in the bankroll. And here's the perfect opportunity to try it with a 3 red and a 24 black. And so since that is a high number, we're going to bet on the high numbers. We're just going to stay there. It's arbitrary. It's random. I just like to give you a starting point. Okay, this proves the point. I'll show you what to do. We're going to go. Now we've seen 2. Okay, so now I've seen 2 black. I'm just going to take that last loss. It was only 1. It was only 1 loss. Where are we? 21.90? Yeah, or 20.90. And we're just going to go ahead and grab the pattern while it's happening here. The two black showed up. We're just going to go ahead and jump on that. Accept that first loss. There we have it. 24 black. Thank you very much. We're going to stay there using the same 2-2-2 recovery progression. There's a 16 red. Put 2 units on black for one more bet on black at 2 unless it wins. And it does. So where are we now? 21-10. And sets this up for sitting out a spin, but instead of doing that, we're going to go ahead and place the bet. We're going to do it over here on 1-18. If the last number was a low number, I just use that as something to do. Okay, we got it. There we have it. 6. 186. 816. Stay there on the. And if this loses, we can go through a recovery method here too. But what I do is I just example right there. But there's 2 blacks, so we won a couple. We're going to jump right since we got 2 in a row, and we're 2 up. We don't need to go through recovery on that last one. We're just going to take that loss because we're on the casinos anyway. And now we're playing the red, black, red, 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 black, black, red, red, black, black, red, red. So far, we've avoided the green monsters. There's 2 reds in a row. Let's move over to red. Stay here for this one and the next one. There we go. 7 red. We're gonna stay here for the next one, win or lose. And if the green's hit, you stay there anyway. You stay with the progression. Or there's another way to do it, which we could show on a future video. There's 2 blacks. Let's double up on red for one more time on red, and then we'll move over to black for 2 times. Doubling up on the losses. All right, but we got our 3 red. And it sets us up to go into our new strategy. We've got a low number there. Let's stay on the low numbers. Red 21, that's a loser. That's all right. We're going to jump in on red, so we're going to go the 2-2-2 route. You don't always have to recover from the previous loss. There we go. If you're up, just take it and then roll into the next. Just roll into the next strategy. I'm only showing you that one, this one, because I mentioned earlier that there's the 10-cent machine, and but it doesn't let you sit out spits. All right, so there's 15. We'll stay on red. 2 units on red, 20 cents. Trying to get a $22 hollow. We hit it, and we've got black and then a red. So not the pattern yet. Those are low numbers. Let's ride the low number streak. There's a 6 black. And it's still red and then black. So let's stay on the low numbers and ride that streak. There's 17 black. Nice. And so that's 2 blacks in a row. We'll move over to black for 10 cents. See if we can get to 2,200. $22. There we go. 33 black. Ride the black streak. Recover using the 2-2-2 method. 8. 8 black. Almost there. We got this. One more. One more. And a 1 red. Of course, we're going to get tested here at the very end. That's all right. We avoided the green so far on this one. Of course, as soon as I say that, it'll hit. Oh, yeah. All right. No problem. So we're only down 20. Where are we here? We got 4 to go. All right. So we're just going to stay there. We're just going to pretend that was a red. 31 black. All right. And a double up on that one more time. And this is when it's chopping a little bit. This is when it gets dicey and risky. There is no guarantee in roulette. Anything can and will happen. As you've seen so far, remember rule number 1, get in, get up, get out. This is where strategy gets tested to the max. Moving back over here on black. It's showed up twice. Let's go for 160. Putting our bankroll at risk now. And there we got a lucky number 17, my favorite, to the rescue. And that should put us at our profit, that target of 22. Ooh, that got spook black streak. Well, see how far it takes us. 11 black. Subscribe to the channel for more roulette strategies for fun and profit. Roulette Riot. Comment below. What did you think of it? What would you do to change it or modify it? We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. Appreciate it. All right, there's a red showed up. We're going to count 22. We're going to call it a day. This was simulation, not real money. Entertainment, education purposes only. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Comment below. Thank you very much.